just how much more and how much more incredible has this Wrexham journey been than you're expecting? Because it's gone crazy, hasn't it? You can't have expected all this, surely.
No, I didn't expect everything that's come with it, but I did expect one thing, and that was success and to climb the leagues. And that was my goal when I signed. Of being one of the first signings to come to the club that summer. That was always the aim, to get out of obviously the National League first, which took 2 seasons, and then to get out of League Two after that. It's always trying to get up the ladder, and I imagine that'd be the case. That was why I signed. But yeah, everything else that's come with it's been quite mental, but also quite enjoyable. And at times you just sort of get on with it, roll with it. And I think I'll probably look back in years to come more than right now and think how mental it was. But at the minute while we're in it, it's just sort of water off a duck's back, as I say. It's just one thing after another. You just get on with it, and it's quite enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, the promotions are one thing. I can't imagine you would have been expecting to be going on a book tour and that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, obviously to write a book, it was quite mental. It was something I'd actually thought about for years, even when I wasn't at Wrexham. I'd love to write a book around, not, it wasn't going to be about my life and things like that. It was just around football and changing rooms and things that happen and the way football works. And obviously, thanks to the documentary and things like that, I was then presented with an opportunity to make the book. And I think it's quite good that people get to know me a little bit better. Obviously, you'd be thrust into a bit of a spotlight and have a lot of media attention just through playing football, really. But that then brings a lot more questions, and I think it was good for people to get to know me. There's a lot of things I shared in the book that people probably won't know, and also a lot of emotional things that could help people out all over the world, or whoever reads it. It's just little snippets here and there about how I've dealt with things, and obviously nobody's the same. I don't profess to be a doctor, but speaking about autism, about my son and things like that, it can really help people, and I actually really enjoyed the process of doing it. And
that must mean a lot to you as well. There's a lot in the documentary, especially the second series, about your relationship with the fans and that kind of thing, and all the work you get to do with them because of obviously your son and everything. That must mean so much to you being able to do that.
yeah, any sort of media attention I have received, I try to shift it away from myself. That's just me as a personality, and use the actual platform I've now been given through the owners and the documentary and things in order to speak about things that could help people. And having that opportunity, as you say, has been unbelievable. But I use it to talk about my son and raising awareness for autism, because it's not something that's top of people's agendas and things like that. And it's something that I feel really passionate about, obviously due to my son and things like that. So that's been brilliant, and I'm going to continue to do so, because there's a lot of autistic people out there who need a lot of help.
In terms of the documentary as well, obviously, I feel like for me personally, when I watch it, it's done a lot to raise awareness of what success for a team that's been sort of beleaguered for a long time can do for a town and its people and that kind of thing. How much does it mean to you to be able to have been such a big part of what's been such a big story for Wrexham? I mean, the club's such a big deal to the town, and it's been so down on its luck for so many years.
Yeah, well, forget the owners and forget me. Wrexham is the supporters and the fans who kept it alive. Let's be honest, this club wouldn't be here without those people. And, you know, every time we step on the pitch, we're reminded that we absolutely have to give everything we've got in that game, because that reflects these fans. And as I say, players and owners aside, it's all about them, and they pay hard-earned money to come and watch us. And now we've obviously getting a lot more attention and a lot more fans coming through the gate, but that's because we've raised expectations. And if fans are going to spend the hard-earned money, they want to come to something that they're going to enjoy. And over the last 2 years, we've been able to give them that, but that's obviously also helped by them coming, and hopefully it can continue. But all the success is down to the fans, and it's been brilliant.
What are the plans for the summer then? Is there another Vegas trip on the table?
I'm not sure. Possibly, we hope so, but we don't know. I think, to be honest, I'm more just looking forward to being able to spend every day with my son on the beach. I think that's his favourite thing to do in life, and I think since last summer, it's also thought about us being able to run up and down with him for a couple of hours and enjoy the sun on our backs. Because as we've seen since January, I don't think it's stopped raining, so I'm looking forward to doing that with the family, to be honest. But who knows? Hopefully, we can get another party somewhere.
And what about next season? Are you looking forward to having that crack at League One then?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to going and playing back in League One, and hopefully finishing as high up the table as possible. You know, we haven't obviously finished this season yet. We haven't even discussed next year, but I'm looking forward to, as I say, I always want to challenge myself, and I'm looking forward to trying to do all this, what I've done this season, last season, again next year, and just keep taking it forward. And who knows? You know, the owners have obviously said their dream is to get to the Premier League. Not so realistic to us at the moment, but the aim is to try and keep climbing the leagues. They've always outlined that to us, and hopefully, come the start of the season, we'll be in a position where we feel like we can challenge again.
Has back to back to back been mentioned, or is it too soon
No,
for that?
no, it'll be miles too soon for that. To be honest, back to back wasn't mentioned until it was achieved. So we'll never get ahead of ourselves. That's one thing about this group, is anything can go on around us, everything can happen, but we'll always remain humble and know that hard work's what's going to get us to the next level. And come the start of pre-season, it'll be straight at it, working as hard as we can to finish as high as we can. And obviously, that's something we'll never speak about until it was achieved. If it was achieved, it's going to be unbelievably difficult, a lot difficult than this year and the year before. That's just what happens as you go up the levels. But we'll be willing to put up the fight to try to be as successful as we can within the season.